Hello there everyone, it's the J-man TurtleMan and I'm coming at you with another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle episode review. This past weekend on Nickelodeon we had another new episode of Ninja Turtles called Mutant Gangland. I was really excited to see this episode with all the teases and little trailers they put out. And I gotta say, it did not disappoint. It was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it a lot. It was kind of another Raphael-centered episode, where we actually finally get to see him kind of do roguish things. They've been talking a lot about it, about him going off on his own, going off and doing this. We really haven't seen it. We've seen more about his fear of bugs than we've seen of his personality that we all know, of his loner nature, his rogue nature, his just hot-headed anger issues. I think this one did it really, really well. Leonardo and Raphael are sparring in the dojo, and it's getting really intense. Raphael's just like going at it, not wanting to hold back anything, and Splinter has to break them up. And Splinter reprimands Raphael, and Raphael comes back with saying, "Sensei, you always stick up for Leo," which I thought was really cool, because it's kind of true that he always does. Leo's like the golden child. And then Donnie comes back with a little remark that says, Raphael's always like, "Well, no one understands me," and that sets Raphael to leave. And Splinter tells Donnie, like, for someone being so intelligent, you always fight fire with gasoline. So it's kind of Donnie's fault that this set Raphael off, which I thought was really cool. I really love the plot line of this episode, the humans versus the mutants. We got some new human characters in this episode. Not really new, but more maybe fleshed out characters. With Don Vizioso, we've only seen him once before, and he's this big, fat Italian mobster that's always holding some sort of food item in his hand. And with him are the Fulci twins, who we've seen before also. But we haven't seen the Hammer, kind of Don Vizioso's right-hand guy, who's some weird Sylvester Stallone knockoff, who has a golden hammer around his neck and is always chewing on a tack. These gangsters are making all these anti-mutant weapons, these red glowing guns to hopefully destroy all the mutants. And the cool part about this episode is that the Mutanimals make a comeback, which we haven't really seen him in this season yet, since we've been in space. I believe the last time we saw him was in Earth's Last Stand, and also Annihilation Earth. And so the Mutanimals are back, Slash, Leatherhead, Dr. Rockwell, and Pigeon Pete, right? The Mutanimals come and warn the Turtles that these human gangsters are making all these anti-mutant weapons, and along with them is Mondo Gecko, who makes a reappearance, who is voiced by Robbie Rist, who was the voice of Michelangelo in all the 3 live-action Turtles movies from the 90s. And of course, Mondo Gecko has made many appearances in Ninja Turtles throughout the years, first appearing as a Playmates toy, then in the Archie Adventure series. Then he made the transition into the original cartoon series. And he's also currently in the IDW comic book series, and now he's in Nickelodeon. And in Nickelodeon, this particular iteration, he is a leopard gecko. So, to help me with this video is my own pet leopard gecko, Miss Emma. Say hello, Miss Emma. Still really loving the tone of these last few episodes of Season 4. They're more serious, more action-packed, and still kind of keeping going with the plot of this City of War plot, that the city is kind of unstabilized. In this one, it's that Don Vizioso wants to gain control of the city through his anti-mutant weapons. So, really loving it. Something interesting to note in this episode is that at one point, Splinter is talking to the Turtles, and he mentions him not being around anymore. Like, what are the Turtles going to do if he's not there? And I just thought that was a little bit interesting. You know, the series, the creators love to foreshadow things and stick things in there that will come back later. So I'm wondering if maybe later on this season, maybe for some reason, Splinter will leave the Turtles. There really wasn't much I didn't like in this episode, except one little thing that keeps on bugging me. What happened to Pigeon Pete? Donatello asks Slash, he says, hey, where's Pigeon Pete? And all Slash says is, we don't talk about Pigeon Pete. What does that mean? Seriously, what happened to Pigeon Pete? What happened to Pigeon Pete? Did he fly away? Did you kick him out? Is he dead? Did Leatherhead eat him? What happened to Pigeon Pete? There are many different theories floating around on the internet right now about what exactly happened to Pigeon Pete. Some I've heard is that the voice actor is not available anymore, which doesn't really make sense to me because I never thought Pigeon Pete had that distinctive a voice. You could easily get someone to replace him, and I don't think it would make that much of a difference. And they've replaced voice actors on the show before, and so it's just, I don't think that's plausible. A more plausible one that I am hearing is that it comes down to nobody like Pigeon Pete, which is sad. I love Pigeon Pete. Pigeon Pete was one of my favorite characters. I thought he was really funny. Although I can see why people would not like him. His humor is kind of stupid. I understand that. Nobody liked him, so you wrote him off the show. But is that the best excuse he'd come up with? Oh, we don't talk about Pigeon Pete. I personally think Nickelodeon, the creators, have something up their sleeve about this. Maybe Pete's gonna be a bad guy. Maybe he's gonna double mutate into something else. Who knows? I don't think we've seen the last of Pigeon Pete. So where is Pigeon Pete? How is he doing? Will he come back? Only time will tell, my friends. Anyway, overall a good episode minus the Pigeon Pete debacle. I'm going to give it a 97. I really enjoyed the humor, the action, the really good characterization for Raphael and Donatello as well. Really good episode. We have another new episode coming up next weekend on Nickelodeon called Bat in the Belfry. And it says, Michelangelo befriends some odd new superheroes named Wingnut and Screwloose. Of course, Wingnut and Screwloose have appeared in other incarnations of the Turtles, the original cartoon series, the Archie comic series, as well as toys from Playmates. And also, it sounds like it's going to be a Michelangelo-centric episode, which I'm really excited about. I think Michelangelo needs some good characterization. So far in the later half of this series, we've had some good Leo characterization, Raphael, and even a little bit of Donatello. I think it's high time Michelangelo gets what he deserves. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. And check out my Instagram for more updates. And check out some of my other videos. I posted one last week of my time at Comic-Con Palm Springs, where you can see me dressed as Raphael on stage at the costume contest. So thank you. Tune in next time. Until then, this is the J-man TurtleMan saying cowabunga.